Hello everyone. Welcome to Ed Talk TV, Conversations Worth Having. I hope you are having a great day wherever you're tuning in to me from. Please let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. And if this is your first time joining, welcome. I love talking about business, tech, and the user experience. There's so much that we can learn as business owners, and sharing is always fun to talk about different things that come up. So today, what we're going to talk about is the three things. Let me make sure I got my notes up here. The three things you need in order to secure the deal. So what deal? What deal are we talking about? Well, that comes down to the business deal that you're about to make with your customer, your client. So there's three things. Can you guess what those three things are? Let me know. I always like to give you guys a few minute to pop into the comments and say hello. Hey, Vicky, welcome from the UK. I love it. We have UK viewers all the time. It's so much fun. By the way, I'm going live on Facebook and Instagram. I do love going live on both platforms at the same time because, one, you get different perspectives. Two, it's also fun to be able to connect you guys, my audience, with each other. So what are the three things that you need in order to secure the deal? Can you think of them? Think of them. Write them down. Almost missed the water there. So number one, you got to have a contract. You have to have a contract. I don't care if you're working with your brother's friend from high school who's super cool, or your aunt's hairdresser, and they need you to do something for them. You have to have a contract. So that's number one. And tell me, contract, because it sounds so formal, and it's like, contract, I need to have a lawyer, I got to do all this stuff. What's a contract? Just tell me, what do you think a contract is for yourself? You need to have a contract. When I say that, that just means you need to have something in writing that has what you are agreeing upon between you and the other party. Get it signed and dated, call it a day. That's it. That's all you need. Of course, a verbal contract works too, but you need to make sure that you have it written down and signed and dated. That way, you both know what's happening and what's going to happen, and that way there's no room for errors or anything in terms of, well, you said this and now I'm getting this, or you quoted this and you're telling me this. Lay it all out in the contract. Vicky says money up front. Vicky, sorry, I was looking at Mickey popping on Instagram. Vicky and Mickey, you were both here. I love it. Yes, number two is payment. So number one is have a contract. Number two is have payment. You got to get paid. If you don't get paid, then you're not in business, right? Now, here's another thing, and I'm going to get up on my soapbox for a second because I know, especially business owners, don't want to have fees, right? You know where I'm going with this. I know. Listen, it's 2019, a lot of business is online, you gotta accept credit card payments, and you gotta do it through online merchants like Stripe and PayPal. Yes, there's gonna be fees, but listen, you're tuning in here, so here's the secret. Stripe and PayPal are still the lowest for the fees. Take the hit, get paid today. Don't be waiting around for 30, 60, 90 days to get paid. That's not business. If you don't have to wait, don't wait. If the work is getting done or it's already done, you should be paid. That's just the thing. Listen, when I first came into business, started my business, I knew out of the gate that for the most part, all my services were going to be paid upfront or have a big deposit. Why? Because I know that I'm good, I know that I get things done quickly and efficiently, and I am not going to sit around and collect money 30, 60 days after the fact. Listen, I got business to take care of. I got other people to help. I got to serve other people. And if I wanted to wait around and collect money, I would have become a debt collector, right? I mean, that's a profession. Somebody out there is a debt collector, and they're calling people and they're keeping track of the money. That's not my business. My business is helping you, the small business owner, grow your business online by having a good website, a functional website that you can easily manage, helping you with your Facebook business page to create that engagement, and helping you on Instagram build your following organically. That's my business, and that's what I help you with. So for me to go have to chase after the money after the fact, no. So I'll come down off my high horse, right? Hi, Jocelyn, welcome. Mickey says, love taking credit card payments. Saves me wanting and losing interest on a slow paying client. Exactly. You guys, listen, we're all online business owners because you're watching me at some point, so you're probably online. If not, you will be soon. You got to keep up with the times. People are wanting to click and buy. Look at Amazon. Why is it so big? Why is it so easy for people to buy from? Because they literally click, buy, done. That's it. So that's what you need to do for your customers. Because if you make it too complicated, they're not going to click, buy, be done. They're just going to be done. Think about that. Vicky on Facebook says, so many crafters don't take payment before making items, and then the buyers decide they don't want the items, and it's personalized and it can't be sold on. Exactly. No worries, Vicky. Go ahead and have a great day. Love that you brought that point up. Listen, we all love what we do, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. And in most cases, and I will tell you from different experiences, from different professions, from when I had part-time jobs to full-time jobs to being on my own now, it's always the same thing. When you're passionate about something, you jump in, you do the work, you get it done, and you're ready to rock and roll. And then what happens? You produce everything, you did it quicker than the client thought, and then it's crickets when it comes to payment. And like Vicky said, in some cases, they decide, oh, never mind. What? I just did everything. So you have to make sure that you include the information about payments in your contract. So for those tuning in, we've talked about 2 of the 3 things that you need to seal the deal. One is a contract. Verbal is great, but have something written, sign and date, and have a copy for each person. And then number 2 was payment. You got to get paid, whether that's upfront full, or you do a payment plan, or you have your deposits, whatever, but you got to have something to commit people, because here's the thing. We all love free. I mean, this is free advice here, right? How many of you are going to go pay for a coaching session with me? How many of you are going to jump into the Hey Ed Network? Hopefully a lot of you, because you want that ongoing support. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we love free, but then we don't take free necessarily serious all the time. And then we wonder why we haven't moved forward and why we're still waiting. So we got to keep that in mind. So number 3, we kind of already mentioned this one, but we have contract, payment, and the work needs to be done. Because here's the thing. It's not just about us finishing the work and then getting paid, but it's also the other way around, where if we get paid, we got to finish the work. Like, we can't just hang out. You know, that scenario works both ways. So you got to make sure that the work is getting done, which is why it's important to what? Have that contract. So then that way, everything that's deliverable is mentioned in there, and it's kind of like your checklist, so that at the end of the project, you're looking at it, yep, check, 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 and then it's good. So you have to remember that. Jocelyn says, requiring at least half down of a big project is a good idea, or paid in full, if not. Exactly. So that's the thing. And here's another bonus tip for you guys. Understand that because of online business, and because there are people out there who have scammed others, you have to understand the customer's concern. And this is a real one. I deal with this all the time, and that's why I always say, I'm here. I'm a real person. If you have any concerns, let me know. Let's talk about it, and we'll get things done. Like, I can't go anywhere. You guys know where to find me. I'm online everywhere, so it's not like I'm going to run a scam on anybody. That's not even in my brain about that. I'm here to protect you guys. And so you have to understand that the common concern for customers, my customers, your customers, is I don't want to get scammed. I don't want to have, I'll just go from previous history with website builds from others. How many of you have had a website done for you, or know someone where you have had this story where Okay, someone's going to build the website for you. Awesome. Let's say it's $3,000, $4,000, whatever. And 6 months later, you're still waiting on the site to be done. A year later, you still don't have your website up. You can't get a hold of the designer. You can't get a hold of whoever's holding it hostage or whatever the case may be. It happens a lot. And so you have to understand that those things happen, and your customers have a legitimate reason to be concerned with paying you in full as well as paying you online. So you have to take that into consideration and be open and honest with them. That's why you have to show up, deliver, and engage online, and welcome them to connect with you and to talk about that and be open to that. That way, when you open the communication and you understand what's going on in your customer's head, everything falls into place. And it's the best thing. I've had that before with clients who have been burned in the past with web design, and they had real concerns with working with me. We sat down and we talked a couple times before we actually started the project, because I didn't want them to feel uncomfortable at any stage of our project. So keep that in mind when you're looking for people to work with, and when you're trying to do things online. You have to have that openness. You have to be able to understand those concerns because they're valid. So real quick, to sum things up, the 3 things you need to seal the deal: contracts, payment, and getting the work done. And if you want more great tips like this or specific answers to your questions around business or tech, be sure to head over to heyednetwork.com and sign up. It's a month-to-month membership. You get your questions answered. In fact, last night I was able to join live one of my Edsters who jumped in there, did a Facebook Live asking questions, and I was able to pop on live just like this and answer them in the moment. It was really fun. So I try to do that as much as possible. And we have weekly calls, so that way we can connect with each other, keep each other accountable, and then we have weekly trainings and guest experts. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's good for business because it helps you stay relevant and understand what's going on in the online world. So take a look at that, heyednetwork.com, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Take care.